We need to review adding integers in the middle of this equations unit because adding integers are causing some problems. So I found this music video that you're going to watch. Use this to help you memorize the rules because ultimately understanding why they work is great, but you've got to get this stuff memorized. So you're going to watch that. You're going to use that to help you memorize these rules. You want to be able to do this without thinking. Same sign add, and same sign keep the sign. You've been doing this for years. So you've seen that 6 positives plus 4 positives will always give you 10 positives. And then it's not that difficult to understand then that 3 negatives plus 4 more negatives, which could also be written this way, these are the exact same, these two expressions have the exact same value. 3 negatives plus 4 negatives is going to give you 7 negatives. So same sign add, same sign keep the sign, just like you've been doing with positive numbers for years. But you need to understand the concept of zero pairs when you get into adding integers that have the different sign. Different sign subtract, different sign keep the larger. And I put larger in quotation marks because you actually have to take the sign of the larger that has the number that has the larger absolute value. And this all deals with zero pairs. 3 negatives plus 3 positives cancel each other out completely. 3 negatives and 3 positives. Each negative cancels out a positive. If you need to draw those little negative signs and positive signs for the first few times to get you going, that's fine. But at some point, you are going to have to just get this rule memorized so that you can look at it and see, okay, different signs. So I subtract and I keep the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. And then down here, I have 3 negatives and 6 positives. And I'll draw out the little signs for you. But ultimately, I want you to be able to look at that and say different signs, subtract. Different sign, take the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. So that's going to stay a positive 3. Okay, so use this as you practice. You're going to go to Math Playground. You're going to find Orbit Integers and practice that first. Later in the week, we'll also be using Spider Math or Spider Match on Math Playground also. And then there's also some practice at Huda Math. It's called an integers timed quiz. So we'll be practicing all these things so that you can get to the point where you can just look at integers addition and do it in your head without having to sing a song to yourself or draw positive and negative signs. Get these rules memorized and get to the point where you can just do it naturally.